If you're losing sales on your junk removal calls, I want you to take a few minutes to check out this video. I want to detail a breakdown of sales process for the junk removal industry on sales calls. And there's a few different ways that you can do it. So I'm going to kind of tier this as we go to align with some of you who may be doing it one way or another. And the first piece of the sales call is to find out what they need done, right? So let's keep it simple. Let's start with the basics, number one. We want to find out what they need removed, where they're located, all right? Those are two major pieces of the puzzle, all right? Number one, location. Do we service that location? How far is it from us? And then what do they need done, all right? So once we find out that piece of information, that's where it kind of goes into your process. So some of you, you're going to want to give a quote, all right? So if you're looking to give a quote, then once we find out what they need removed, we can either gauge our quote off of what they told us over the phone and give them a range. So based on what you said, it sounds like it'll be between this and this. Or we can go a pictures route and have them send photos to the phone. That way we can see what they need removed and then text them a quote from there. And there's no right or wrong way. I think it's a matter of preference. People close deals both ways. I prefer to get something on the schedule no matter what. So how I would like to handle it is when I get those pieces of information, if I'm giving them a quote over the phone or a range, because you don't want to give them a specific quote because they may have not named certain items in there and still expecting that same price. But let's say I give them a quote over the phone and I say, yeah, John, that sounds like that'll be between $250 and $300 based on what you're telling me. I have an opening tomorrow from 10 to 12 or today from 4 to 6. I can get you in the schedule now. Or if I'm on the other side and my process is I want to get the pictures, then what I want to do is text that number from my phone so that they get that text while we're on the call and say, hey, I'm sending you a message now from our number. Can you text me back with some pictures of what you need removed? And that way I'll be able to get you a quote. Now, as I'm doing that, I'm still getting them on the schedule. I want to do everything I can to get that commitment. So once I mention that, hey, I just texted you from our line. If you could send us some pictures of what you have that you need removed, I'm going to send you over a quote based on what you sent over. I've got an opening today between 12 to 2. Does that work for you? I got an opening tomorrow between 10 to 12. Does that work for you? I want to do everything in my power to at least get that commitment, even if I haven't even given them that quote yet. Because I know if I do that, I am more likely for them to still stay on the schedule than for them to get the quote and say, never mind, I'm going to call around. Some people still will. But there are other buyers that once they make that commitment, even if the price is a little higher than they would have anticipated or liked, they will still stay on the schedule because they value time over money, which means that they're willing to pay a little bit more to not have to call somebody else or reschedule for somebody else to come out. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. Cater to those buyers. You will have the other ones who, even if you schedule them in, if that price isn't what they like, they will cancel it and say, you know what, never mind, let's not do today or tomorrow. And that's okay, because you wouldn't have gotten them anyway. But the other ones that buy like I do, where once they make a commitment, they're just going to stick with it usually no matter what. You don't want to risk losing them by not getting the commitment at first and just giving them a price. Because now they have nothing to lose. They haven't made the commitment. So they may just say, yeah, well, that price is a little higher than we like. I'm going to call somebody else without that commitment being set. Other areas of opportunity in the sales calls, you could also set up just on-site estimates and stay away from quote completely. There's nothing wrong with that either. Just understand that some people, they're going to want a price no matter what. And more than likely, most of them probably won't be your ideal customer. So if you'd rather go the route where you're just giving an on-site estimate, that's where you still get an idea what they need removed, where they're located, give them their schedule. Say, I have an opening tomorrow, I have an opening today, let me get you on the schedule. And then if they mention pricing, you can say, we're gonna come by tomorrow and actually take a look at what you got and get you a free on-site estimate. That way we can make sure that our quote is 100% accurate based on the items that you have on site. So those are 3 different ways that you can navigate in your sales call for junk removal. And again, there's no right or wrong way. I think it's a matter of preference and what's most comfortable for you and your business. But the one trend on all 3 is I want to get them on the schedule. I want to move them forward as much as I possibly can while I have them on the phone. All right? That's really important. And I think if you're not already doing that and you start doing that, you will close a lot more deals that way. Okay? So keep those things in mind. Get a feel and a process for how you want to handle these things. Another thing that is going to sound very basic, but some of you aren't doing, you need to be answering the phone with your company name. Some of you are picking up the phone and you're saying, hello, this is John. Hello. Some of you are just saying junk removal. Use your name in there, because then you might have a customer immediately say, is this such and such junk removal? They're not even sure because you didn't answer with that greeting. So I would 100% answer with my company. When someone calls us and say, hey, this is Blake from Top Dollar Digital. I don't say, hey, it's the marketing company. I want them to know that they called the right person. Because some of these people calling on AdWords, they're already confused half the time. All right, so I don't want any more confusion than there already is. I want them to know who they're speaking to. And then I want to solve their problem the best way that I can and make it as easy and as frictionless as possible for them to get this done. So for those of you who are giving them all these different price points of your quarter trailer, your half trailer, your 3/4, your full, I'm here to tell you most of them have no idea how much junk they have in relation to how big your trailer is. 90% of your customers have no idea. So you start giving more price points and more information, that's more opportunity for you to lose the sale. So keep that in mind. Simplicity is key. Find out what they need done, where they're located, set them up the way that works best for you, whether it's on-site estimate, a range based on the items they gave you over the phone, or via text, give them a range once they send those pictures to you. If they're sending pictures, make sure that you're the one texting them, because again, that makes it easier for them, and the easier that you can make it for them, the better. All right? And then once you have that, again, make sure you get them on the schedule as much as you possibly can. Some won't make the commitment, but most will. And if we can do that, we want to at least get that commitment because we know that we're going to be more likely to close the deal. So I hope these things help you guys. If you ever have any sales related questions in junk removal, reach out to me and let me know. I have an extensive sales background myself, and I listen to a lot of our clients' calls. So I get to hear how everybody tends to operate within those calls, whether it be good or bad. And that gives me a lot of opportunity to provide insight to you guys and help you out. So if you have any questions, I'm always here to help. Send them over to me, and I'll do what I can to help you out with your sales process. Other than that, thank you for watching, and have a great day.